Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diva of Days of our lives and friends. And we'll be doing the last week of the show today. And before we do that, just check out our blog on divaofdays.com and find us here on Blog Talk Radio, our interviews and all our shows. And I think this is the 359th show. So
wow,
be sure to check. Yeah, I know. Plus all the other, I don't know how many interviews.
All the interviews,
not
including the interviews.
Yeah, I haven't taken a look of exactly of how many we did, but quite a few. Hopefully we can get back into that again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we're on Twitter at Diva of Days, and also on Facebook, Diva of Days, and Carrie Mesner has a fan page, and we're also on iTunes. And my co-hosts tonight are Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hello.
Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me on Twitter at CosieHooch.
And we have Jen.
And where can we find you, Marianne? Oh.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen. And where can we find you?
At
on Twitter?
REXJDK at Twitter.
Yes. And I'm Marianne, and you can find me at Mama_Hooch. And you can also check out at Teo Penglis and at Lauren Coslow, and at Kilt Tripp USA, which is Ian Buchanan. And and if you can't know if anybody caught any of the Halloween parade last night, they broadcast it on the CW
Halloween?
last night.
Oh,
not Halloween. Hollywood. Parade? I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. The Hollywood Christmas parade. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know that it was. Oh shoot, I didn't
know
it was
the
on there. I
Halloween
wonder.
Yeah, it was really good. It was on like at
somewhere.
8 o'clock on the CW. I had never seen it before, but it's good. They had like different singers and that, and they also had the parade, like floats and bands and all kinds of stars and these Lauren Croslow, Deidre Hall, and Teo Penglis were the representatives from Days, so they kind of talked to them a little bit, and then Ian Buchanan was there with the GH people, so different people from representing GH, so it was nice to see. I had never
maybe
seen
he's
it
coming
before,
back to GH.
Oh, I just made a note.
I don't know.
See if I could find it on
CW.
CW.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know, and I always say it. Teo was in the parade. I don't know. Could be a good sign. I don't know. So, but it was nice to see him and see him on screen. We haven't seen him on screen for a long time.
Yeah.
And he also has there's a good interview out there. If you go onto his page, you can see the link to the interview. It's called Game Changers with Vicki Elberson. It was a great interview. It was an hour and a half in his home.
Wow.
And it was on video, and you get to see a little bit of his home, a little bit of his artwork.
Wow. And who is she?
Yeah,
with?
they were talking. She's just an interviewer. I don't know if she writes some books, and she does different shows and stuff. I think she's out of New York. I don't,
cool.
But he did retweet it on his page, and you can go. And it was an hour and a half.
On a notification, but I didn't know what it was. Okay.
It was so good. He told all his stories, and she is a very, very good. With questions and different things to ask him. I mean, there was although I've heard a lot of his stories, there were some new ones and some different things that were different that I hadn't heard before. So if you get a chance to check it out, it's a really fun interview.
Thanks for the heads up. I did not know.
Yeah. So, okay. So we were talking before we come on the air
shout out
about
the Hapkas too.
The Hapkas.
Yeah,
At Bob Hapka and at Amy Hapka, who haven't called in for a long time. So if they're out there, they can call in and say Merry Christmas.
I know.
What's that?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not ever on Facebook, but I had heard that Amy's mom was in the hospital and having a rough time. I don't know how she's doing now, but thinking about them.
Yeah, they're more Facebook. They're Facebook people more now
and I'm not
than Twitter. In fact, I don't think even
Facebook.
Bob's on. I don't even see them on Twitter anymore too much. Yeah. I'm getting more and more on Facebook myself. I don't know what it is.
Twitter. I'm getting more away. I'm like never on Facebook.
I'm like more on Facebook than Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But anyway, so yeah, that's Bob Hapkin and Amy Hapka. So. Yeah, so we were talking before the show about they did on Tuesday, I guess it was. They did a special show for Suan Seaforth Hayes because it was her 50th anniversary with Days, and they kind of incorporated into the story of Julie. So a lot of it, I don't know. Anna, you said you saw the show. Did you want to talk about that a little bit, or what you liked about it?
It was just so neat. Now I don't
done
because I know you watched it since the beginning.
Right.
Susan didn't come on to play Julie until 4 years into the show. Is that right? Or
probably
was she on?
That would have been about 4 years.
Yeah. So was
that I'm not sure.
Julie, or was all that off screen? Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was
so
somebody that played Julie before her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and the way they said it, she was returning to Salem. You know, she had gone away when she gave up her baby for adoption.
Susan, I know that. Just like, yanked at my heart. So anyway, so even in the mid-'60s, they were doing the soapiest of soapy stuff. What they did is I think, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but basically she was walking through the Horton Town Square and was looking at the tribute to her grandparents, Tom Nallis, Horton, and she had a flashback. So like all day long she was having these really neat flashbacks, and they interspersed actual clips from the show from back then, and it was mainly her calling her grandparents and basically insinuating that she was lonely, living in San Francisco, and really missed them and all. But really, you know, she was thinking she was never going to be allowed back because here her grandfather was this big shot at the hospital and everything, and you know, back then there was a lot of shame attached to all of that, you know, with her being an unwed mother and all that, and the whole adoption thing, and so she had left kind of, let's say, in shame and you know all that. The Scarlet Letter type thing, and thought she could never come back because, you know, she had, you know, brought shame on the Horton family who was so well respected, blah, 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 you know. So anyway, so when she called, she talked to her grandfather, and they had a really nice conversation. They turned it over to Alice, and Alice basically said, you know, we'd love for you to come home for Christmas, which was a big thing, and she said, but I thought grandfather didn't ever want me to come back, you know, like to Salem. And she said, he'll be fine. Like that, you know. And he looked, he was right in, you know, he was right in the shot, and he didn't oppose it or anything. So anyway, so that was her. So it was 50 years ago on that date that they filmed or that they aired those scenes. And so she would have these flashbacks and stuff, and then at the end, well, I mean, we can fill in some other gaps too, but at the end, towards the end, after they had decorated the tree and everything, she goes, we forgot the cake or something, and Doug comes out with the cake, and it's got some candles and the number 50 on it, and he says, nope, actually, I didn't forget the cake, and she goes, well, what's all this? And he said, you know, it dawned on me that it was 50 years ago today that you made that phone call to your grandparents. And so he said, you know, basically, and she said, well, how did you know that? And he goes, I've you know, after all these years, I pretty much know everything about you or something. And he said, you know, as you well remember, when I came to
and it was
Salem,
in the script.
when I came to Salem, I wasn't in, what's that? I'm sorry, what?
I said, and it was in the script. I was just being funny.
What was? Oh yeah. Oh.
When you said,
right.
How did you know? And I said, because it Doug said, like he was in, it was in the script. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Anyway,
and he was saying about him not being such a good, because he wasn't a good character
like
when he
came back
first
with bad he came into town with bad intentions, and then basically she changed his whole life, and he met the love of his life, and she said something like, they're just so adorable, and she said something like, maybe she said it earlier when everybody was there. She said something like, I don't really have any regrets because if I hadn't come back, I never would have met this guy and all. So they had some neat lines. And at the end, as Doug and Julie are kissing and everything, they're playing clips from their courtship and their marriage and everything. And, oh, my gosh, it was just so, I was like teary-eyed. It was really neat.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
And,
so anybody who's listening and hasn't seen it, Doug sang during the overlay
sang most beautiful girl in the world.
Video. Oh, it was just so sweet. And they've been married in real life for, 40-something years?
Yep.
Oh, probably. For about 40, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, probably 40, huh? And so,
at least
it's so neat. And so,
they're the
it was pretty cool. I know. And you interviewed
Bill Hayes is cute. Oh, I know. They're just so adorable together.
And Bill's like 92 now, but he's still like, he's doing great.
Oh, he's sharp.
You never know.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You would
and
never.
He can
still
sing, and he's really kept it. He's really aged well, we'll say, and so has she. She's quite a bit younger, but still, he's really. I just love. It warms my heart to see him on screen. And what about you, Jen? How'd you feel about it?
I liked the episode, but I got more teary-eyed when Lucas left.
Lucas, I know. You want
to that's the same episode.
I have to talk about the Lucas because that got to me too.
Yeah, I'm like, no. And it was Chloe. She said that stuff too. How she didn't have any regrets that it led her to Doug.
Yeah, that's right. So you want to share some of the stuff about Lucas?
What?
Yeah, he was saying his goodbyes.
Yeah. He didn't say goodbye to his sister, though. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Not on. Yeah. Because he came by the Horton house, to say goodbye, and he said goodbye to Chloe, and he said goodbye to Kate. Did you see those scenes, Anna?
Yes, that got me.
Yes,
that got me. Oh my gosh. And he said,
it was a typical Kate and Lucas scene.
Oh, I know. They're always, and you know what? Honestly, didn't you feel that was Lauren and Brian?
Brian.
I felt it. I felt it was like there was a lot of Brian and Lauren in that, I felt.
Yeah.
Because they've had so many teary-eyed exchanges over the years, and characters have fought and then made up, and they've had a lot of, back and forth. But I loved how Lucas said, she says, I know I, certainly smothered you and probably, made a lot of mistakes. I hope you, says, I'm so glad that you're going to be with Allie. She really needs you. And, if if she did anything right, it was that, he is such a great father, even though she made so many mistakes or something. He said, well, you must have done a pretty good job because, what did he say, like, you were always there, you always had my back and you were always there for me. And I swear when I was looking at them, I mean, of course they were acting, but I really felt there was a part of Lauren and Brian in there. I really did.
Yeah.
Because they go back 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
and any time characters say goodbye, it's the actors also saying goodbye, not just the character.
And I'm really glad that they gave Brian the opportunity to have his character not just leave just like that, where he actually got to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like where Patch didn't get to say goodbye. It was just like he was gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's happened with Lucas before too, where he just gets shipped off and then.
Lucas was just. And then he would just be gone.
I loved how he said, "I'll be back again I'll be back someday or something like that. So I just thought they better bring him back.
Well, I hear he's filming
I bet
again.
he'll be back.
What?
I heard he was filming again.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
So did you hear that?
Good.
I've heard
I
Stephen Nichols is filming
Yeah.
again, and
I heard that
Zucker
too.
is there too. I've heard. So they
Who?
all come back.
Wait, who?
Stephen Nichols.
Wait, Marianne, who?
Stephen Nichols.
Nichols and who?
Zucker.
And Ari. Zucker.
Oh, Ari. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. That part.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're doing, the last few years I've noticed that seems like they've done more of the story arc, bring people back, and then,
for so
kind
long.
of release them for a while and then bring it back, and that's okay. I mean, as long as they keep Kate on the show and bring back Teo, but,
Yeah, and all those people that are dead, that are dead aren't really dead. They're out there somewhere, like Kristen and Tony and Andre and Vivian, and they're all alive.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of time. Yeah, that's what I say. So
maybe. So
time's for a rating boost, and then they'll bring they'll bring them back.
We know Stefano's not coming back.
Yeah,
we do know that.
I don't think they're going to recast Stefano. No, we don't want that anyway.
But they need to have somebody like Teo, one of Teo's characters,
to
be the head of the DiMera mansion and stuff.
Yeah, the DiMeras are looking pretty pathetic right now.
Yep.
Yeah. There's not much left of the DiMeras.
They are.
Yeah.
And I thought, like Jen, you were saying, I think was it Jen that you were saying something about the Chloe and Julie scenes, and I thought it was sweet because Julie, they hate each other, but yet Julie's humanity kind of came out like, I never really felt like you guys were a good fit, but, you've got so much to offer and you've got so many wonderful talents, So she was being the girlfriend for her there. And then I love the Kate and Chloe scenes, too. So, I mean, it was short, but she goes, I guess you're here to gloat. And she says, well, I'm not really feeling very gleeful now. And so she, so they kind of had a nice conversation. So anyway, so those were kind of interesting. It was kind of neat to have sort of people who were kind of adversarial, sort of kind of having the Christmas spirit, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then there was Loni and Eli. Does somebody want to talk about their what happened with them?
They're kind of getting closer now, and they decided they're dating now. And he invited her to the Horton thing for the tree thing, and she didn't really want to come. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, JJ was there. Of course, they didn't know JJ, so they should have known JJ was going to be there. I mean, really, JJ's Horton. So she came, and he admitted, I forget, he admitted, was it to Jolie? Or I forget who
Doug.
he admitted to. Doug. Okay, yeah, Doug had a little conversation with him that he still does have feelings for Loni. Uh-huh. So, and then that was kind of a little bit of an awkward moment there when they came, and she talked to him a little bit. Yeah, so they haven't done, they were getting the tree up, and they were looking through some of the ornaments. They haven't put them on the tree yet, but they were kind of looking. He put his on.
He got to put his up. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, he put his up.
Was it
JJ
they said
he
was
wouldn't
looking
be there.
Through the boxes, and he said, "Well, since you're not going to be here, Lucas, you want to go ahead and put yours up." I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
And and they made reference to the pot brownies because she got Julie got mistletoe.
Oh yeah, Julie.
She pulls it
pot
out
mistletoe
because it's pot mistletoe. And so anyway, that was cute. She goes, I just got it at one of those pop-up places by the university.
It's pot.
I'm kind of wondering why her grandson didn't arrest her for possession.
He's not a cop anymore.
Oh, he isn't? Okay.
No, he's a paramedic.
No, I meant Eli.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jolie. Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Eli or Loni, but Eli's her grandson. So.
Grandson.
Oh.
it's hard to keep the relationship straight in there. Sometimes I have to sit and think, okay.
Well, I always
how are they
think
related
of
again?
Julie as being Tom and Alice's child. I always forget that Addie was her mom, right?
Yeah.
And then
Addie
was married to Doug first.
Yeah, and then Addie and Doug had Hope. So Julie and Hope are really like half sisters.
They're half sisters.
Stepmother, stepdaughter.
But they play it like she's her mother. They play it like she's her stepmother. And they call her grandma. Sierra calls her grandma, but really it's her aunt. She's technically her aunt. Yeah. She's her aunt and her step grandmother. It's like okay, whatever. That is try explaining that to somebody that's never seen the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, what? That's the wild relationship there. And I think they did try. Hope did try to explain it to Eli. I remember back when Eli first came on, I think Hope was trying to explain that relationship with Julie.
And at the beginning, on Monday, I didn't get to see all of Mondays, but when I saw part of Mondays, Sierra was at the bar at the pub working and saying she was getting ready for a party for an 84-year-old or something. Family friend. Who was it? Who did they ever say who it was? Because I didn't see the episode. Okay.
No.
And she said something. Think what it was that she said. She said something. She was saying how, Julie. I guess Grandma. I guess that's what you're saying. Grandma is not happy that I'm, seeing Ben and all that. So, but what did she say? She said something. Okay, now explain to me, because I've missed some episodes. I thought Sierra had like a trust fund. Why is she working at? I know it's because they don't have as many roommates covering the rent, but why is she having to work at the pub too? So her trust fund didn't cover enough, huh?
Yeah,
Grandpa curiosity kicking in.
Maybe she's not. Maybe she can't get the trust fund till a certain age. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought Bo talked her out of it. He didn't want her having anything to do with that money.
Yeah, but I thought, okay, maybe so. I thought that at one point they made a comment about that, and that's how she could afford. She was like, well, I have my trust fund, so I can do what I want, kind of thing. Back, like when she first came back as the new person. I don't know. I don't keep track of that part. But
everyone should have a trust fund. Well, I wish I had a
sure.
Should have a trust fund, right?
I know. I think we should do that. Should be a rule or something. But anyway, my point was she was telling was it Ben? Or who was it that it was Ben, that she was telling him that, she was getting ready for this birthday party for this 84-year-old guy, a family friend, and she was saying how her grandma had been very unhappy that she was getting close to Ben and dating him or whatever because of his past as a serial killer.
Yeah.
She said something about this guy, the guy that they were celebrating the birthday of, was somebody who just talks about his soap operas and his lawn or something like that. Like he loves soap operas and his lawn or something.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. Okay, now the other big thing, I don't know if anybody see the wedding of
I loved it.
Leo and Sonny. How'd you like that suit Leo had on?
Oh man.
My God. And he had his hair all poofed up and and so he finally Sonny finally decides he has to marry him because he's blackmailing him and he can go to prison, and Will's all upset, and they're there. Oh, and then Adrian comes in. That was funny. I got to see Justin and Adrian a little bit.
Yeah.
And Adrian was ready to punch him. Yeah,
she did.
She did smack him. Yeah, she did finally. Yeah, and Justin kept trying to get her to sit down because they got to that point where they say, "Now, does anybody have any reason why these two should not be joined together?" And Adrian jumps up and. Then all of a sudden the door opens, and you're thinking it's going to be Will, and here old Victor walks in.
Yep.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Victor and his old, so he couldn't understand, what the heck, yeah. I thought he was going to throw Leo out,
like we said,
but then Sonny explained what happened.
Doing, but I love,
Yeah.
Has anybody ever put two and two together that that's what happened to the carpet, to the
the area? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you think Victor would, here's the thing. You think Victor would be able to take care of a little squirt like Leo, and have him disappear or have it, or have pay off a judge or pay off somebody in the police that this isn't, that
sure.
it's kind of, come on. There's like, I'm not believing this too much with Leo. Like Victor.
I think Victor likes Leo better than he likes Will.
Yeah, he doesn't like Will, so because he's telling Sonny now, he says you have to make, because Leo wants to sleep with him, and of course Sonny doesn't. But Victor's telling Sonny, you have to make this marriage believable, So, so I don't know. So I guess Victor's not too upset about it. So I don't know.
Am I the only one who likes Leo and Sonny?
I don't know if I like Leo and Sonny, but I like Leo because he's funny, and he just tells it like it is. I have to laugh.
He brightens up the scenes.
Yeah, but do you think that might be where they're going to go? That sooner or later, Sonny's going to fall for Leo.
Works for me.
I don't know. Yeah. So, well, he's on contract, isn't he? He's. I
hope so.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be on for a while. So I don't know, but he is funny. So, let's see what else. Oh, and then we had what does everyone think about the whole legality and what about Holly? Who should have Holly? Should it be Eric?
I think Eric should.
I think so. Yeah, and the whole thing with Chloe. What happened was Maggie. Sarah finally convinced Maggie to let Eric have the baby because she saw them fighting. She didn't really want that, but they kind of convinced it. She said, okay, Eric can have it. In the meantime, Justin gives Chloe this letter where Nicole, and this is before Nicole knew anything about Eric coming back for her. She had just married Xander, and she felt threatened, and if something would happen to her, she wanted Chloe to take care of her.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, Brady's just being a pain in my butt. I don't like
Brady needs to go.
Brady was saying to Eric, and Eric says, come on, Brady, you know what Nicole said. And he said, well, yeah, she was just saying that to get you out of the fire, that you have to go, you have to take care of Holly. Not that she really wanted him to. But prior to that, they were talking about getting together, raising Holly, being together before all that happened. So, yeah. So now Chloe wants to, and I don't know why Chloe wants to have the baby now. It seems like she kind of wants Eric to have him, but Brady's kind of talking her out of it. He's kind of pushing. Yeah. And we all know that Brady's still upset.
Idiot.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know. And then I thought, well, Maggie would just say she would raise the baby, raise Holly. So, I don't know.
I don't know if I'd want that kid anywhere near Victor, though.
Victor, yeah. Oh, and then Eric found out, like Will said, that because with Paul leaving, he was moving out of his place, so he convinced Eric to take the place. And then Sarah, I guess her boss in Chicago is pressuring her to leave. To come back, or her job will be gone. And then Rex calls her and says, oh, he's back in Chicago with his job, and then he's moving in with Mimi and the baby. So she doesn't want to go back to Chicago to her old job. So, of course, conveniently, Kayla has an opening. Don't they always conveniently have an opening in her with her expertise or whatever they need. So, that's probably what she's going to do.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, which I do like. I do like Sarah and Eric together. I like them
Heck,
together.
maybe she'll run into her father.
Oh, yeah. You never
Neil,
know.
he's still doing rounds.
Because come on, Neil. Where's Neil at? Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's still doing
There's
rounds.
a blast from the past. Yeah. Oh, that would be interesting. Although I still kind of liked Mimi and not Mimi, Rex and Sarah too. Kind of like them together. So, I don't know. So what else was going on? Oh, the whole Gabby with the BBY and the bye. Yeah. I don't know. Did anybody see any of that? What did you think, Jen?
Yeah. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
Well,
you waiting for Gabby to be exposed?
Maybe because
I think
I've
Gabby
missed
deserves what she's getting.
episodes. Maybe I'm enjoying it because the parts that I have seen, I thought were good. But it's probably because I haven't been annoyed by watching every single episode the last while. They're still on my DVR. But
oh, okay.
You know, I hope it's not getting to elephant in the room level with that. But I did like having Kate Mancy's Abigail pretending to be Gabby. Having scenes with Gabby with the eye. I thought those were kind of fun. I thought those were kind of, you know, and Kate Mancy was like, she could cut a bitch, man. She was like, ooh, because she said something like,
yeah, but I don't think Gabby
know,
with the eye is quite believing that she's really.
No,
she's
even
not.
Told
that. No, of course,
no,
Stefan is believing
but
it.
It's funny.
But she's not.
It's funny because she said, what would stop me from, like she said, you know, you got out of prison for killing somebody. What's to stop me from doing, well, of course she killed Andre, so, but for Gabby and the BBY, she said, really, what's to stop me from killing you? You know, or something like that. I'm like, ooh. So yeah, I was enjoying those scenes.
And then she runs into Julie, and she figures so she tells Julie what happened. She says Julie thinks it's Gabby with the Y. She says, no, it's Abby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she told her the whole thing, her whole suspicions, and she says, well, why are you telling me this? And Abby says, well, I know you don't really care for Gabby, and that you would be believing me because nobody's believing her, JJ or whatever. And then JJ overhears Julie talking bad about Gabby.
Right.
Yeah, and he confronts her about that. And then Abby and Julie have this plan to expose Gabby. They want to she tells Julie to go to the mansion to find the wig and any kind of pills, and then she was going to go to the hospital to get in Kayla's records to see how she prescribed them. Of course, Kayla walks in on her and questions her, and then Julie's snooping around, and she finds the envelope with the DNA results just as Gabby comes in the room and says, what are you doing? So that's how it ended on Friday. So that should be
Love the
interesting.
security in this place.
Oh, I know. Oh, Maggie did catch her once trying to go up the steps, and she talked her way out of it, saying that she came over to tell her, make sure she comes for the ornament hanging. So then Maggie left, and Julie snuck back in again. That's kind of funny. So we have that. And then we have dumb Chad, who still hasn't caught a clue. And he has this injunction or some kind of injunction against the DiMera. He's trying to take Stefan down now. So I don't know what that's all about. Because you don't hear too much about that stuff anymore, running the company and stuff. And I keep forgetting that Chad is in charge of Titan now.
Yeah.
Not DiMera. Yeah, because you really don't see too much about that. And of course, Stefan knows what Gabby did to Abby. So he's threatening, and Gabby says, no, you need me, She knows too much, too, so.
Yep.
It's interesting. Did anybody see this? Did you hear the spoilers about Julie? Gabby pushes Julie, or somehow Julie gets hurt, falls down the steps or something.
I heard something about that.
A murder or something. I don't know if they're going to kill off Julie or what. I don't know.
They better not.
They better not. I know. And then they show Gabby with a pillow ready to smother Julie in the hospital. They must take her to the hospital after she falls. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Of course she knows. I think Julie finds out. She finds out about. Oh yeah, there is a clip out there that she says, she confronts Gabby about Chad being the father, about her knowing this whole time. So, I think they get into a fight and then she falls down the steps, and that's coming up over the holidays, I guess. So I guess those are all the storylines, I guess, that are going on.
I think so.
Yeah. And then we have the whole big New Year's Eve thing coming up with.
Oh, yeah. Eve comes back.
Yeah, Eve comes back and brings Jack.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm anxious
I have a feeling
to
she's
see
going to be
their
married to
chemistry
Jack.
together. Yeah.
Jen,
I'm anxious to see their chemistry together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even
I know
Jack.
he was on One Life, but I don't know if they shared scenes when he was on One Life.
So they're going to have Eve and Jennifer, who hate each other already, fighting over Jack?
Yep.
Oh,
now instead of fighting over Frankie, they're fighting over Jack.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Oh. Interesting.
Mhm.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't have any. I'm trying to look at my notes, which I jotted some down. I think we covered. I don't know if there's any other days news out there. I don't know anything.
Okay, so here's my
people
off the top of my head ADD idea. Since since Andre was killed off on January 19th, 2018.
Is that when it was? Okay.
2019 has to be the year that they bring him back because it was January 19th.
I agree.
So, I hope they do.
As Andre? Yes.
Or
maybe
Tony,
as
either one.
Tony.
Well, I think that would be a good Christmas present for the fans.
Yeah, it would be lovely.
I do too.
I wish it would happen.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, I love
it's going to be, oh my God, it's been almost a year.
I love
I
these
can't believe it's been
visits,
almost a
but
year.
I still would rather
Well, we do know,
come back for real.
We do know he has a show coming up because he did talk about that. He has a show coming up in March, I think. He'll be seen in March.
Oh, that's
again.
too long.
Of course, that was something that was filmed back in, October?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's another, I think it's another ghostly thing or something, but it's, we'll have to find out what that is. But but we don't want him back as a ghost, kind of. We want the...
No, we want him back
in the
flesh.
flesh.
We want him to be able to.
Him and Bo.
Yeah, we want him alive.
Kate needs some real...
We want him alive.
Pictures. She doesn't need some... Yes.
Yes. And we need him to get back with Kate.
Nobody does In the Flesh returns better than Teo Penglis.
Well, he can come back
certainly
as
had
Tony.
enough practice.
And then torment Tony as Andre.
I wouldn't even mind if
one
it
can
was
stay dead.
Tony and Kate, and Kate got to explore
for
Tony.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
True.
I
mean,
love that.
she fell for Andre. She could. The same with Anna. Anna fell for both of them, or whatever. So
that's right.
Kate could too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Sign me up for some of that. All right.
Oh yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing that happened was Abe and Sheila. They kind of get into it. She messes his stuff up again. Remember, she organized it. He got mad at her, so she messed it all up again.
Yep.
He still got mad at her. because it's a mess. Oh,
I don't want them to
they
put
are
them
good.
together,
They're
though.
funny. You don't want them,
but I don't want them as a
hilarious.
romantic couple. No.
No.
I
want
But I'm thinking that's where
her
it's
and
going.
Leo.
I love it.
Right.
The comedic foil.
Yeah.
They don't have to have a relationship, do they? I mean, they can just be, boss and
friends.
employee.
They could just be boss and So they are.
I like.
She is funny.
I like Shelia. I love her. So anyway,
she was funny,
and then
she wedding.
Officiated. Yeah, she officiated the wedding. Yes.
Oh my God.
And she got her lines mixed up. Oh, she had them on the cards. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. He says you have your cards mixed up.
Oh dear.
So, yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh, I'm dying to see that.
So maybe hopefully 2019 will be a good year.
Yeah.
That and that's another thing. Will they be renewed? That's another thing we have to worry. Each year.
Oh, I hope so.
Waiting to see if they pick them up, if NBC picks them up. And I think we find that out like March, February.
I know that an app isn't everything and all, but it's like they went to the trouble and expense of creating an app for Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be kind of weird for them to be like, oh, now we're done,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong,
I'm thinking it's still pretty popular,
I mean,
just from the fan events and things that people show up to, and they see that there's still a pretty good fan following. So and that app is pretty. I mean, I am very impressed with that app. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on there. Just you could spend hours just going through like different interviews, different features like games. It's fun. It's a lot of fun stuff on there, and also they talk about themselves. Like I saw Deidre in her dressing room, maybe talking about personal stuff, and like Lauren, all of them. There's like personal stuff and about their characters and stuff. It's very interesting. So people should check that out. But I agree if they go through all that trouble for an app, so hopefully they'll pick it up. So. We'll have another year of Diva of Days, and
the big wigs are always going to be ahead of whatever we hear or look at. So I'm just saying, like, they just rolled that out, so you would think, and they just did the Day of Days last month. So you think if they were really planning on folding it, they wouldn't even have gone to those, lengths or whatever. So I could be wrong, but I think hopefully these networks have learned some valuable lessons about how, basically the only time I ever get exposed to anything else that's on NBC is by watching Days of Our Lives and forgetting to fast forward or something. So the cross-marketing and all that, I mean, they had really good cross-marketing when Allie was on Biggest Loser and the show and Days. But like in terms of, in terms of that, it's like I watch network TV so rarely that I wouldn't even know what's going on NBC if it weren't for the fact that I watch Days, So they have an opportunity to advertise for all that stuff during their nighttime prime time, and they should take a page out of the other network, ABC, who canceled their soaps and then now have canceled almost everything that they replaced them with. So anyway, okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. But let's just we'll just think positively about it, and
every year we go through this, and every year they come through.
I know.
So. And they want the Emmys
keep
and
coming
stuff,
through.
right? Yeah, I know. What am I gonna do on a Saturday night at 10:00? Right?
Hey, we gotta
have our
talk about that. We're gonna be positive now. We're gonna not talk about that.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Well, I think that's
Take
it.
Care.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks again.
Weekend.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Bye.